Every day is different. Every video is different. But my passion will always be the same. This is Kai from Warshawn, aka Storm Boy 13, and the storm has arrived. Wow! Hi guys, it's Storm Boy 13. It's time for the weather for the week ahead. Today it's a Sunday. Just before I normally do the forecast, I always like to recap on what the weather's been over the last 5-6 days. And it's actually been a very poor summer's week. Now, on Wednesday, very few people actually caught it, and it might not be a massive video, but on Wednesday I did briefly and luckily managed to capture a funnel cloud hovering around northern Leicestershire. It was only out for about a minute, and as soon as I caught it, a minute later it was completely dissipated, and then it was just rain basically. And yesterday we didn't have any storms in our area, in case you wanted to know, but further west, I think from just about northwest of London and then moving northwestwards up to Birmingham, Liverpool, other places like the western central part of England, caught some torrential thunderstorms yesterday, and also it was very humid as well. Now today's weather, it could be a bit of a repeat performance, although the actual locations for thunderstorms will vary from day to day, as I'm going to mention in just a sec. But for today's weather, you wouldn't believe me, this morning it was completely overcast. It took all morning for the cloud to, or even fog to burn away, and I even thought it wasn't even going to happen at all. But finally, the sun is out and it's so warm and humid. I'm doing some gardening, it feels noticeably muggy out. So a warm afternoon, temperatures 22, maybe even 23 degrees Celsius once again today. However though, there's a threat of some torrential thunderstorms. It could be a little bit further east this time, so there is a chance the area where I live in the East Midlands could catch a potential quite a big thunderstorm throughout this afternoon and well into the evening time. But I think even western parts of the UK will once again could be wiped out by these nasty storms. So 22 to 23 degrees Celsius will be the high today. The rainfall chance pretty high, it's around 60%. Tonight's weather, it will take a little while for the showers and thunderstorms to clear away, but again after midnight most of the showers will die out, and then we'll have a dry night. Again, cloud may increase or fog will linger, so it's going to be humid, but another mild night with lows of 13 degrees at the very minimum. So for this week's weather, this is going to be actually a slightly unusual week. It's going to be warm, but I think the most unusual thing about the weather is we could see some thunderstorms, particularly for some places, almost every single day this week. A very thundery, yet a very warm and humid week. It's not going to be, temperature's not going to be that high, but because of the warmth and humidity, it's going to feel warmer than the numbers suggest, with not much change until next weekend. I'll go through details day by day. Monday's weather, it could start off cloudy and misty once again, depending on how further east you are, but I think likely the sun will break out roughly around late morning to early afternoon. Sunny afternoon, once again, scattered thunderstorms in places. Not everywhere will catch these storms, excuse me. Sorry, typical hay fever sneeze. This pollen's so bad at the moment. Anyways, back to the forecast. A fine afternoon, but we could see some scattered thunderstorms breaking out once again into, let's say, mid to late afternoon onwards, and a very stormy evening ahead. But again, those temperatures 22 to 23 degrees Celsius very widely. Rainfall chance very similar to today at 60%. I think Tuesday, actually, I think midweek could actually be very, very thundery. Low pressure will be flat bang over us. Temperatures are not going to change very much. A very muggy day on Tuesday. I think humidity will be even higher. There will be lots of sunshine, but expect some very heavy thunderstorms on Tuesday. Heard me, heavy thunderstorms. They could possibly turn severe, with large hail, damaging lightning strikes, and a lot of rain with flash flooding very possible in these nasty thunderstorms. Temperatures 22 degrees Celsius, possibly on Tuesday. It'll be very warm and humid. The rainfall chance could be at around 80%, so washout very likely. And it might be like this on Wednesday as well. Lots of sunshine though, likely, but again, downpours and thunderstorms break out. It might be a little bit further south, so maybe northern parts of the UK may not get as much or as intense thundery downpours compared to southern areas. So central southern areas of England could have another soaking day. Temperatures 20 to 21, maybe a tad less humid, but maybe the wind changing direction a little bit, but still very warm and muggy feel with a 70% chance of rain / thunderstorms. Thursday still keeps the thundery theme, but maybe slightly less extreme thunderstorms by then. The humidity may not be quite as high, but it's still going to be quite warm and quite muggy at times. 21 degrees Celsius on Thursday, and still a 60% chance of some scattered thunderstorms, although maybe the storms won't be quite as severe as I've just stated. And by the time we get to the end of the week for Friday, still a few isolated showers, maybe the odd thunderstorm on Friday, but far quieter by the time we get to the end of the week. Temperatures still doing pretty well though, low 20s, close to average. Rainfall chance probably at around 50% on Friday, and it gets lower and lower into the weekend. Pressure will be rising. We might see the odd isolated shower on Saturday, so I still can't rule out a completely dry day, but some warm sunny spells, 21, maybe 22 degrees Celsius. The rainfall chance at around 30%. And by the time we get into next week, there's a bit of uncertainty of the timing of this, but it looks like the brief spell of dry weather into the weekends for next weekend is going to be a short-lived, and it's going to be back to square one. We could see low pressures. We might see the odd prolonged spell of rain. Again, the risk of thundery showers. The temperatures may still stay into low 20s next week, but I wouldn't be surprised if we may go back into the teens, as we could get a bit of a cut-off from the warm and humid air. But there's a lot of uncertainty, as always. We'll find out in a few days' time. But overall, guys, this week is going to be potentially a very, very thundery week, and we don't very often get those in the UK, even in this time of the year. So a lot of rain. The winds will, I forgot to mention, the winds will also be quite light as well. So if you do catch a downpour, they could last for quite some time. So lots of extreme weather potentially on the way for the week ahead for certain parts of the UK. But as always, we'll keep you updated, and this channel potentially could be loaded. Can't guarantee it, but even that, I may have some new videos coming out which you haven't seen for weeks. I'm finally got out of my anxiety or even depression from lockdown, so I'm pleased to say I'm feeling more optimistic now, and we're going to get back onto a roll on my channel and expect quite a few uploads. So I'm feeling more optimistic, and as always, guys, stay safe this week, not just from the coronavirus pandemic, but also from these extreme thunderstorms. Storm is now out.